Welcome to Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B. I got some hot guests, and we're going to talk about the Lions versus Colts preseason game. But right now, I do not own the rights to this music.
Here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Biting by Jeremy Smokin.
All right, and welcome in my crew here. We might have a couple popping in late, and I'm good with it either way. If they can, they can. If they can't, they can't. But right now, I got The Roar with Jake D, Tyler Black, and I don't know the name of the new podcast because it's changed names quicker than I changed my underwear.
Doomsday Lions Den Sports Radio.
Awesome. Nice. And we got the stat man of We Are Lions Nation in the house.
How's it going?
So, boys, overall, what'd you think of that game?
Great freaking game. That was great.
We got a W?
Yeah.
Preseason?
W.
You know, I don't want to start jumping on. I said 11 wins, though. So, I mean.
Hey, but to our dismay, the streak is ended. We won our first preseason game since the second week of the preseason in 2018, 11 games later.
I did not realize we lost that many preseason games in a row.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Stephen Bauer hops in. Greetings from Flint Town. And granted, it was a 1-point win, and it was second stringers and third stringers, but we're going to talk about that here shortly. That being said, they won, and I'm happy with the win.
It was a nice one.
And just so everybody knows, yes, I am currently at 152 subscribers. So please subscribe, like, and share. Going for that push for 1,000. Gain 10 in a day. What's up, Bellas?
Oh, yeah.
It's FTP Monday. Not for giving flowers either. Put an FTP in the chat. And Crazy Ken pops in and says, "What's up, guys?"
What's up, Crazy Ken?
What's up, Crazy Ken?
I love taking my dad to Family Fest. We had a ball, and I am honored to say I'm taking my dad to see us play the Seahawks.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love live games. No experience like it.
Richard Head said it's not just the fact they won, it's more how they won, which got my attention. Absolutely. And Facebook user says, F Karen Rogers.
Yes, exactly.
All right, that being said, we are going to get into Smokin Jeremy B's hot players. The hot players for me, of course, was the O-line, first and second string. You had, and then we got to talk about Justin Jackson, 7 carries for 54 yards, 7.7 yards per carry. Woo! That's smoking hot. Then you had Zylstra making some nice plays, which may get him saved on the practice squad. You also had Austin Bryant and John Kaminsky doing great work there with the second and third string defense. Board made a couple nice plays. Rodrigo, when he was in, had a nice play. Okuda, for the 3 plays he was in, he had a nice play. He had an assisted tackle and a breakup. That being said, there's not much else outside of that you could talk about except maybe Maurice Alexander and his wonderful punt and kick returns. Did I miss anything? Do you guys disagree with any of that?
What about Tom Kennedy's 2 TDs?
Oh yeah. I forgot. I Mr. Preseason himself. 6th year in the preseason showing out. He probably played himself to be the 6th or 5th wide receiver.
Dude, man, I wish Tom Kennedy could make this team and just really show out because everybody, I love that guy, dude. He tries so hard every year, and he just seems to come up short.
All right. Quinn Cook comes says, "Hey JB and y'all, Troy is about to play with the Falcons." And I think this might be Chicken Nugget King because it's the "What's up, fellas?" Hey JB. And Crazy Ken says, "Hey Tyler," and "What's up, Logan?" And Quinn Cook asks, "Can send over the link? Can I join?" Why not? I'll send you the link there. The more the merrier. It's a good thing to talk about. Do you guys got any more to add than Tom Kennedy for hot players?
No, I was going to say Tom Kennedy was the guy that I was thinking of. I've said every year I hope he makes the team. I mean, I've spoken with you about it, JB. You always tell me, nope, he's just a practice squad player. He might still be just a practice squad player, but that guy balls out when he plays.
He does. He does.
Austin Bryant.
And Facebook user says, "Yep, it's me, the Chicken Nugget King."
No, Austin
Lee
Bryant,
Horn.
man. How about the off season and the preseason? This kid is having. Like
He's doing great, and he's staying healthy. I got worried when he went off the field, but he came right back in.
The thing
so
is
I was
we've
happy
known
with that.
the athleticism has been there since we drafted him. Like, because when he has played the limited amount of time he's played, he's always seemed to, make a little bit of an impact. And he just never stay on the field long enough. And he was healthy last year. He had a decent season last year, and he's just like freaking going ape shit during this offseason. I mean, heck, he had 3 sacks that one day against the Colts in the joint practice.
And welcome in Quinn Cook. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Getting ready to watch Troy's ball out tonight, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. You never know.
He was out last week or 2 weeks ago versus Lions.
I don't think they're trading Cephas and Raymond. I think right now it's still Raymond's return job because Maurice Alexander just hasn't gotten enough snaps to prove he can be a decent wide receiver. He's had 3 targets, 1 catch this preseason. So until he gets some more this game, but I'm not willing to trump him over because Raymond has actually been showing out and catching passes. He isn't dropping them like he did at the beginning of the season with Lynn's offense.
I think him and Goff are definitely getting more comfortable together, so that probably helps. And, he's been having his receivers out there since March. And Raymond's been part of that group.
Said, "What up, though? What do you guys think about Watson? I thought he got off pretty easy." Well, right now, I'm not going to say he got off that easy. I was thinking it was going to be a year, and they probably were pushing for the year, and they settled on 11 games. And the biggest reason why they settled in on 11 games is because the NFL is a money-grubbing whore, and that's the game where the Browns play the Texans.
Yep.
Big ratings.
I'm doubling down on my previous statement. Tom Kennedy is taking Cephas's job. I don't think that's the case. I mean, you guys have to remember how good Cephas was when everybody else was hurt. He was our only receiver catching anything until he got hurt. And he didn't have a single drop.
Gets traded.
It may be down the road,
Cephas
but I don't think he's getting traded anytime soon.
I think by the trade,
it was a leg bruise.
deadline.
He's back practicing already. They just kept him out because he's working out with the 1s, not the 2s and the 3.
Depending on how the season is going, he could be gone by the trade deadline.
Maybe, but it's not going to happen right away. I'm just saying, if we're out of it and he's not contributing, then yeah, I can see them possibly getting rid of him.
I think if we're in it and we need that extra, we need that extra push.
He has no value because
from
he's just coming off of an injury.
So
yeah, there's no value.
Killer Cook says JB. Facebook user says Kennedy deserves to be on this team. It's actually a 3 to 4 week. They're hoping he can be back in 3 weeks because that would put him back for the home opener that they have. But there's no guarantee he'll be back. It's 3 to 4 weeks because it was an MCL strain. So there's that. He goes, I loved how the defense played with heart to finish out the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's true. But I'm going to stymie that enthusiasm. I'm going to give a little bit of a hot. The secondary did way better tackling this game.
Yes,
And that's all I got to say. Tackling wise, they did good. Coverage, we'll get to that in a second.
JB.
So, jeez.
I can barely hear you, Quinn. That your connection's bad. Savion Smith had a decent play. He had a decent play. He's another name to watch and shout out. Dirty damn play by Moss. That could be, but it's not considered a dirty play. It is legal. The way he blocked and went in at the back of the leg. He didn't target the knee. He hit the back of the leg because I watched it. His shoulder was behind the knee. It's an MCL strain, which is this one on the inside of the knee, not the outside of the knee.
Does
Now-
Reynolds make the roster, JB?
Who?
Like Reynolds.
I still can't hear you.
Here, have
I mean, you're. I don't know what it is. It's like your mic is muted or half muted or something. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing him too.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the phone.
Mario DePitz for a long game. Facebook user says agreed.
I got a question for you, JB. So if, say, a good handful of those injuries occur during that type of a blocking play, do you think the NFL?
I think they will address it in the
Rule.
off season. And I'm sorry, a block from the side like that is not an illegal block. If he tried to go directly into the front of his knee, that's different. But it was to the side. That is a legal block. We see it all the time on kick return plays where they block a guy between the thigh and the knee. It
Or
happens
screen
all the time.
Screenplays, you see it a lot too.
Yeah, you do see it a lot. It's just unfortunate that Thibodeau got hurt.
And Killer Cook comes in. Who's this dude with the blue glasses? He looks like Logan without the beard. It is. Sounds like Logan as well. Absolutely no reason to be going for the legs at all, though. You guys can gripe about it all you want, but it happens on every game.
I'm just saying,
As
like,
long as it's not a cut block where you got somebody shoving you from the top and while you're on your hands and knees behind them, that is against the rules. But that chip block is not against the rules.
No, it's
But-
legal.
do you think the NFL changes the rules based on players getting injured if they get
If
injured
more
like that?
if more players get injured, yes. But we have to remember this is the same knee that has been injured 4 times in college and twice in high school.
So scared me about him.
I didn't
Let's
realize.
see if
he
I
had
can
that
hear you
knee
better,
injury.
buddy. Go ahead, Quinn. Hey, Quinn, what do you got
Can
to
you
say?
hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I hear you a lot better now.
It must be my iPhone, but I'm on Ashley's phone. I was wondering if what you think if Reynolds is going to make the roster or not.
Reynolds? Craig
Yeah.
Reynolds? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the running back 3. Justin Jackson is playing to take Jamar Jefferson's spot.
I don't like the bouquet. I hope he gets cut.
Right now, Pimpleton and Alexander look better returning kicks than he does.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Pimpleton looked good returning kicks, man. So did
Yeah, I just wish
But
he could. If he'd have caught that touchdown pass, I'd say he's on the roster now, and Iggy on the way out. I
Yeah,
would
it
say
really
that
is a-
right this second. But because he dropped that pass and Iggy ran one in without fumbling, that may do that switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate he dropped those 2 passes because he was
Yep.
having a pretty good preseason. And,
Yeah,
I
mean,
always thought it was a long shot for him to make the roster, but he was definitely making a case for himself.
yeah, and here let's get to that next subject because we're going to talk about it right now.
Here we go.
Smokin' Jeremy B's cold players.
Oh boy.
The secondary and coverage. Will Harris looked like he's trying to channel his inner Eli Apple, looking like burnt toast and blind. Kirby Joseph losing his footing on what should have been an interception, which ended up being a long play. That was abysmal. Almost everybody didn't cover well at all. I mean, Okuda had a nice pass, broke up an assisted tackle, and then they took him out of the game before anything happened. I understand. I like the fact they're playing him with kid gloves, letting him get his feet wet, letting him show he can do something, then get him out of the game. But anybody who thinks Will Harris is taking the two after watching these two games, they're blind.
No, he's not. I hope he got burned bad.
Yeah,
That being said, Cedric Boswell or AJ Parker could be off this team this week.
Hey,
I think it's
Both of
JB.
them are playing bad. Okay, who said hey, JB?
Me.
Okay.
Troy
Go
would
ahead.
have played versus the Lions week 1 in preseason, but he had a bruise on his bicep muscle.
Who?
Troy.
Oh, I already heard about it. I know all about it.
Yeah, he's getting ready to play tonight. I'm going to see
I know
how he
he's
does.
playing tonight. Alexander had those 2 great runs on 2 kick returns. Yes, he did. Will
So
Harris
what's
couldn't cover with a blanket if he could. Yeah, you missed a word. It's with a blanket.
So is this all hype about Mason Rudolph trade, JB, or is there actually some fact behind it?
There's no facts behind it whatsoever. There has been nothing out of Allen Park. It's a rumor started by a former NFL GM and also a beat writer in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And Killer Cook says Will Harris is like Nevin Lawson. I think Nevin Lawson was better.
Nevin Lawson was way better than Will Harris. Way better.
Go Lion says, what up, though? Glad to see all you guys here.
Really
He goes, yeah,
disappointed
but you
too,
get
man,
my point.
'cause I was pushing for Will Harris. He was doing good through camp.
Logan,
I-
your mustache looks good there, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hey, Jake,
I've never
I know you
been
were.
big on him.
I know you were pushing for him to make it because everything you heard in camp, I said, wait till you see him in game. That's what I wanted to say. And Facebook user says Nevin was way better than Harris, to be honest. And he was
I
bad.
mean, this is probably his last chance to make the team.
Oh, look at this. We got a fake account code in, Cedric Boswell. I hope I'm not
Oh
cut.
my God! Here we go with a fake
I love
player
it.
account.
I
Here
love
we
it.
go.
I love the fake player accounts. These are fun. Secondary right now, go Lions. Now, that being said, we have not seen what they consider the ones play for more than a series. They're talking about the starters will play a whole half versus the Steelers for both teams. I can't wait to see it. I want to see how this defense does with a couple of drives.
Minus Jared Goff.
Minus Jared Goff. He's not.
Nope, Jared Goff is playing.
Since
He
when?
is playing?
That's what he said. I want to play. If my guys are out there, I want to play. Is what he told
That's
Campbell.
not what Dan Campbell said. He said
Yeah,
Dan, Dan Campbell came out and said that he's not budging on this. He said Jared Goff will not play on this. Next game.
I kind of agree with him. You want to know why? Because if he goes down, if Blau or Boyle goes in, we're screwed.
Your whole
that's why he
season's
said
tied
Goff's
up
not
with golf.
playing.
Then everybody will really
how
want
the
to trade for
defense is
Mason
getting
Rudolph.
pressure, though.
And Anderson is not on the field for the Falcons. He might be with the twos later, or with the threes. Needs more reps at secondary. Our whole secondary needs more reps. Did you not see them try to cover? They were abysmal. They had way more passing yards. The other cold player I have is it's kind of a dual thing. Kevin Lamb played great at right tackle, but at left tackle, he was bad. James Mitchell, in his blocking, he was really cold. I mean, him and Kevin Lamb, that was when Kevin Lamb was at left tackle, when James Mitchell was in, and he's supposed to be this great blocking guy, and I understand it might be first game jitters in the NFL, whatever, but both of them missed that blocking assignment. I assigned that sack on Blau to both of them.
Yeah, you got to block better.
JB, are we going to make a waiver claim after this next round of cuts or no?
I doubt it. We got a lot of people on this roster, and remember, pup-less guys do not.
Get
No,
released.
I just read something that just made me throw up in my mouth a little bit, and I'll get it up here in a second.
Oh no!
But
Do
Logan
I need to get a
Stenberg
juice bag
actually
ready?
impressed me that they moved him to left guard. And Boob Quinn comes in. I'd have drafted Brees Hall instead of Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, you also drafted Jeff Okuda instead of Derek Brown or Isaiah Simmons, you idiot.
Of course, Bob Quinn. You fake Bob Quinn account.
Yes. Yes, AO even
Nobody
looked
hates you,
rusty
Bob
against
Quinn.
Atlanta. I actually said that. My hot player off of the secondary, the only one that had a pass defended, was Okuda.
Mm-hmm.
And Logan Stenberg looked like a quality backup guard. Yes, he did. He played very well once he was moved from right guard to his natural position of left guard, and he didn't get any. Hey, here's the other hot thing I forgot to say. The Lions are the least penalized team after 2 weeks of preseason.
Yes.
So it's
Discipline.
not going to change after tonight. That means we're disciplined.
That's something we need definitely. But
Crossing route hurt any D. Linebacker will help. We all know if they come, he cross, and Texas is open. Yeah, I know, but this vanilla defense they've been running with the second and third stringers is more about gap assignments than read and react. But the secondary needs to be in the position so that they can read and react, and they weren't.
and that play by Joseph, he was actually trying to pass off coverage, and there was a miscommunication. I can't remember who he was trying to pass off coverage to, but that's what he was trying to do. And
Was it
there was just a
SBA? Because he was
miscommunication,
horrible.
which is why he was so open.
And Killer Cook says, "Get lost, Bob. You'd have drafted Matt Ruiz over Hutch."
Oh man.
He'd have turned down a trade for 3 first-rounders in 2 seconds to get out of the second pick, like he did with the Packers for the 3rd pick.
I am so happy we drafted him.
Hutch looks every bit as good as everybody thought he would be. I mean, even he's. I can't wait to see him next week again. I mean, he was exciting.
Yeah, that defense is going to be nasty for pressure this year.
That's why the secondary will play better. Remember, our first string defense really hasn't played much, and now they're talking about playing them. So, who are they going to put, Boyle or Blau in right off the bat? Because right now, I say it's a toss-up.
Yeah, it
I'm
really
hearing
is.
Boyle's going to get the start because Blau got the start the last game. They're going to give it to Boyle this week, so it'll be that backup job will be his to lose.
I'm ready to go this Sunday. That job is mine. My God, I hope not.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
That is bad.
Jake Paul, I hope you do not become the backup. I hope you do not become the
JB and Logan, all them guys.
Who makes these accounts?
I don't know, but it's great.
Jeremy, don't lie. It's your account. It's your burner account.
Yes, the emergence of Austin Bryant. We have faith, pass rush depth. I don't know who it is, but I love that he does it. It's fun to talk about it. It's fun to make fun. Right now, okay, let's say depth chart at running back. What do you guys got? Because I'll give mine at the end. Jake?
Let's see. Depth chart running. Swift number 1.
Was that you or Lena?
Jamel Williams at the 2. Number 2. The third back right now is probably going to be Craig Reynolds. And then the fourth with Jason Kabinda hurt, they're probably going to keep a fourth running back. It's probably going to be Justin Jackson. He's definitely playing his way into a spot.
I agree. Logan?
Depth chart for running back?
Yep.
I agree with what Jake said. I mean, he's right on the neighborhood.
Mike.
Unless an injury happens and Jamal Williams takes over the number 1 spot, it's the only way I see a shakeup. But
Yep, I agree. Tyler?
I say, yeah, Swift's number 1, Jamal's number 2, number 3. Number 3 is definitely I'm going with Jackson. He's earned that spot just after that last performance. No doubter. Jackson played his ass off.
And our favorite Coach DeBash has commented. Matt Petrasha, how you doing, buddy? Miss me yet, Lions fans? Yep, with every bullet, but our aim is improving and we can reload.
We miss you not.
Look at him. He's calling the plays now in New England. Yeah, they gave him play calling duties.
I know.
I heard that offense is struggling.
I heard the same thing.
Who could have predicted that one?
Hey, Quinn.
What?
What do you feel the same way? Swift, Williams, Netflix, and then Justin Jackson?
Yeah.
That's what I have to. I mean, I had it before I said it. Now the wide receiver room is where it gets tricky.
Oh, jeez.
Right now, because until we see them play, I'm still.
Leave this outside light on so the flag is safe.
I'm still gonna say it's Shark, Reynolds, Amon-Ra, Cephas, Raymond, and Kennedy. Tyler, what do you think?
Well, until Williams comes on the field, yeah, right now it'd be Chalk, Reynolds, Amara, Cephas, and Kennedy right now, and Wayman.
That's where I'm at. Cook?
Yep.
Okay. Logan?
Yeah, I think it's Chark, St. Brown. Reynolds is going to stay on the team. Him and Goff have really good chemistry. So I see him as a 2. I see St. Brown more of a slot receiver.
That's why I said it that way.
And then, it's a toss-up between Kennedy and Cephas, but I think Cephas has a little bit of an edge there.
Jake?
Yeah, I mean, it's easily got to be Chark's going to be 1. Yeah, Reynolds number 2. St. Brown at the 3. Probably going to have Raymond at the 4. And I see him keeping both Cephas and Kennedy for the time being. I think Benson goes to the practice squad.
I hope Benson gets cut. I mean, he's garbage.
Yeah.
He didn't raise or lower his standard from the week before, and the week before was bad.
Yeah, he hasn't really done too well in games.
Do you think Funchess makes the team?
Funchess right now, because he's been playing with the ones, is the TE3 unless Zylstra has another big showing.
Yes. So here's the thing with the tight ends is tough right now because where are you going to you drafted James Mitchell? Do you send him to the practice squad? Keep Brock Wright at number 2, or do you play Mitchell at the 2? Or that tight end 2 spot? Because right now Brock Wright is playing pretty well. I thought he pretty much sealed it up.
He's an efficient run blocker too.
JB.
Yeah.
I got an idea. You might give me a lot of hate for this, but I think it would somewhat could happen. Say the Rams get rid of McCutcheon, we get rid of Cephas and Kennedy. There's another big guy that has hands. And McCutcheon, we can bring him along.
McCutcheon's isn't with the Rams. He ain't been cut.
He ain't being cut, but he's predicted to be the 5th or 6th receiver if he goes on the waiver wire. Then we get rid of those 2 guys. Bring him in. He's got some hands.
Yeah. You know what? I think they're going to run with what we got. I don't think they're in them. Cephas still has a rookie contract, so his dead cap is bigger than his salary. That's why I don't see them moving him. You know, if you're under a rookie contract and you were drafted, not UDFA, you can't be gotten rid of pretty much. I mean, you can, but we don't have the cap room to do it.
Right. So does Houston make the team then, or is he going to practice squad?
James Houston?
Yeah.
He was drafted.
Yeah, I didn't see him play very much.
Well, he played some the last game, but it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I mean, he was okay.
So are we going to cut once Romeo comes back? Are we cutting him?
I don't know. No, you can't cut a rookie.
Romeo Quora.
We can't cut him either. Do you realize it's a $20 million dead cap? It's $7.1 million in dead cap.
Or is he going to go to? He might go to the IR for a few weeks.
He's probably going to be on the pupper IR to start. One is the 4 weeks, and the other one is 8 weeks, I think it is. So whichever one's higher, that's where he'll be.
Probably
because he's nowhere near coming back yet. Julian is already hurt this preseason too, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but right now, his time will be cut short.
Yeah, Romeo Okoro, if he's still injured by next, if he gets injured again, if he comes back and doesn't play well,
you have the most losses in NFL history as a head coach.
Losses, Matt Patricia. You don't have the most wins, buddy. You have the most.
Wear
losses.
a brown bag over your head, dude.
Matt Patricia, keep calling the plays in New England because they're going to suck anyway.
Benson is easily getting cut. Once Williams is healthy, he will be amazing, and I agree.
I agree.
Something that seems foreign to you. Oh, you're talking about this comment. Dan's busy trying to coach a winning football team. Oh, yeah. I get it. He's talking to Matt Patricia. Worst winning percent. He even had a worse winning percentage than Bobby Ross, and that was hard to do, seeing how he quit early.
Oh, man.
Gilbert looked awful.
Gilbert's been gone. We cut him last week. Mm-hmm. Gilbert didn't play.
Who was that one that got burnt and then Kirby came across?
That was Will Harris.
That was Will Harris.
Yeah.
Like I said, Will Harris is channeling his inner Eli Apple, looking like burnt toast and blind.
That's why I say goodbye, Will Harris. We won't.
So are we going to play Iffy at safety, or we're
playing
play
Iffy
at
at
corner
safety.
a little bit?
He's playing at safety.
Oh my goodness.
That might be good. That might turn out bad.
I think it's going to turn out really good. When you got a tall, fast, long, and lengthy safety that can cover, that gives us two of them back there.
Walker and Iffy, that'd be good. Yeah, that could be a good deal.
No. Walker's not great at coverage. He's great at tackling and being in the box.
Yeah, what I mean, it's one cover and one good tackle.
That means that you can switch out between Iffy and Kirby.
Yep.
Because both of them have better coverage skills. Right now, it is that time of the show where I give a shout out to my sponsors. I have two of them. One is where I work, A1 Tire and Auto Repair. I work at the Broadway location here in Bay City. I also have the Kaukaula location in Kaukaula, and we have the Genesee Street location in Saginaw. Great used tires and good prices on new tires as well. Boy, somebody's got a lot of background noise. All right, and Mad Lab Custom Creations, a great place for you to go on Facebook to get into some brakes or send your mini and full-size helmets in to be customized. It does a great job. I've got a few of them myself. Just a few. I think I'm up to 8 now.
Nice.
And Detroit Lions Forum, hey, Jeremy, sorry I couldn't make the show, but Goff, best QB in the NFL. Yeah, that's a fake account because David Pike says maybe top 15 to top 10, but I know David personally.
I think Goff has all the potential in the world to be up there in the same category as Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
He needs his confidence back. I think his confidence was shook in LA. And, he kind of lost faith in his ability. He made some mistakes. The coach lost faith in him. The team wasn't behind him anymore. So
look at the players that wanted out. Refused big contracts while he was here because they were afraid he'd still be here because they didn't think Sheila would actually do what she did at Thanksgiving. She said And Martha said as soon as they were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, they'd be fired. And Sheila gave her mother her word she'd honor it. And she did. Because believe it or not, as bad as it was, if they'd have won out from Thanksgiving and 3 teams lost 1 game, the Lions still had a chance in 2020 to make a playoffs. Granted, it was a snowball's chance in hell, but it was a chance. But after they lost the Thanksgiving game, all bets were off.
Yep.
Mhm.
And the true Rodrigo 44, I'll be the starter, I promise. I don't doubt that.
Oh, no doubt it.
Are you guys seeing the Zach Thomas comparisons?
Oh, yeah.
I say closer to a solid middle linebacker starter that was actually good for Detroit, like Steven Tulloch.
Mm-hmm.
Who wasn't the tallest, didn't have the longest arms, but was good in coverage and also did great at tackling.
Yeah, but if he can put together the defense, if he puts together a rookie season like Zach Thomas did for 100, 154 tackles, 2 sacks, dude, the defense will be good if he can put something together like that. And he was taken in the 5th round too, and they're the same size.
NJTC01 says 12-5 this season. Woo, that's a lofty goal.
JB.
Yeah.
My old coworker's cousin's Ty Montgomery.
Nice.
And another guy you guys should look at some tape up on is Deuce Vaughn. He's a running back for Kansas State.
Okay.
Deuce Vaughn and then Sterling Lockett, Tyler Lockett's brother.
It's way too early to start talking about college prospects. I'm not even talking about them yet because right now I'm focused on what we're going to be doing beginning of this season for the Lions.
We're going to playoffs. We're going to playoffs, JB.
I hope so. I like I said, I have a window of wins of 7 to 10. If they get 8 or 9, they have a shot. If they get 10, they're in. The true Rodrigo says, I'll make sure to cut Alex's hair. It's annoying. I bet it is. It gets whipped in your face every time he throws it back like Fabio.
Oh, man. I would love to see him do that.
Goff has the weapons, O-line, running backs in his conference. It's all about how much heart he has to be a leader. Oh, and let's welcome to the stream, Richard Head.
How's it going, man? How's it going?
You are a Bendel alum with my nephew, I do believe.
Yo, yeah. Good old Burton schools.
Yep. Home of Paul Krause. League interception career interception leader still.
And still putting a hurt to the Lions.
Yeah. Who hopped out? Oh, Cook did. Okay. So, Richard, do you agree with what I said for the hot players from last week?
I do agree. My only thing, like I said, I think some of those second stringers from this previous game, from the game we just had, are kind of balling out a little bit different, like Austin Bryant.
Yep. I think Austin Bryant's going to be a great rotational piece to fill in whenever Hutch or Charles Harris has to come off the field.
And it's nice to see him actually emerge. He's been injured for like the last, I think, 3 years.
Yeah, but he came back in at the end of the season last 2 years, and both times he made great plays. I mean, he had a sack in both years, and he also had that punt block 2 years ago in 2020.
He played 14 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a record for him. I'm not going to lie. It's a record.
Last I really took notice of Austin Bryant. His shoulder was still messed up.
12-5 sounds really good, but we must take it one game at a time. Absolutely. And Eric Whitson says, "Go Lions, bud." This is Eric Whitson. Good to see you. You finally clicked the link and accepted it. Great. One less Facebook user to guess who it is.
This is always tricky.
It is. Guys, I love the fact that we got this much interaction going already. I think we've had 60 comments already, and this is great. I love it. I'm a Lewis Urlacher hybrid. Way too early for that lofty of a comparison.
Way too early. Way too early for that comparison.
Oh. All right. Stats review. 2 key stats. The defense held the Colts to 30 yards rushing. The Colts allowed the Lions to rush for 174. That's the ball game in a nutshell. 27-26 was the final with a great goal line stand. And he's back.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. If you want to win games in the NFL, preseason, regular season, you have to be able to run the ball, and you have to be able to stop the run.
The Facebook user is awesome. I never clicked the link.
Oh my gosh!
All right, fellas, I gotta hop off here.
All right, Jake. Enjoy your dinner with the kids. Have a great night.
All right, you too.
Good night, Jake.
I just like how Logan is doing his best impression of James Hetfield of Metallica right there with the handlebar mustache.
I haven't got the
sideburn chops. Yeah, and the mullet.
That is legitimate. That is so legitimate.
Oh yeah, no doubter.
It was a good analogy for what he looks like right now, right?
Oh yeah.
JB, your comments are going insane right now, man. I know, ain't it great?
This is what it's supposed to be. Good interaction.
Yeah, I love interacting with the fans. I love bringing their comments up. So bring them on. Even the fake accounts that are acting like they're players. Cedric Boswell, I see you as getting jettisoned this week because I think they have to cut 2 because we only have 3 on the pup right now. It's the pup is Jamison Williams due to an NFI. Josh Pascal and Romeo Aquara. Julian Aquara, it's just a minor injury. He's supposed to be back soon. He's not on the pup yet, so that does count against the 80-man roster we have to cut down to by tomorrow.
Julian needs to get healthy.
He needs to get healthy and do something. Absolutely. I 100% agree. And Crazy Ken comes as another thing I liked about Cross. With 81 career interceptions, he was one of the surest tacklers in the game. If it was between the runner and the end zone, they rarely scored. Absolutely. And Logan, brother, that look is golden. And it's because football is back, buddy. Yes, it is. I am so happy to be actually talking about real football. I mean, granted, it's preseason, but it's still real football.
I will say, since they went to the 3-game preseason game schedule, it seems like that they're a little more exciting because you're seeing more quality depth guys rather than just guys are not making the roster.
Yes. Lion King says 11 wins. Mark it down. I was on top. Luke G. Yahoo picks. Thanks to Walter Football, they have the Lions at 11 wins.
I got them at 11 too.
Joseph Murdoch. Both the brothers need to get healthy. Absolutely.
Yes.
It's the Lions. Is that really football, Roe? Oh, look, he's channeling his inner Scooby. It's Ryan. Is that really football, bro?
Really? Yeah, I believe Devin Funches makes this team. I believe he does.
Like I said, he's been playing with the ones. Right now, the ones have been TJ Hawkinson, Brock Wright, and Devin Funches. If they're playing with the ones right now, they are considered cemented in the roster. Zylstra has to have another game where he actually does good because he was a cold player the week before with the threes.
Man, the crazy thing is Funches is like another number 1 receiver.
He is. He is.
Deep ball guy. I'm telling you what, like a red zone threat.
No, he's a contested catch red zone guy is what he is.
And that's what we need. We need a red zone type receiver.
That goes back to what I keep saying.
Maybe Dan Campbell says we have the talent to win 10 to 12 games, man. We just need to buckle down. The guys need to minimize the mistakes. There are some great men on this roster. I'm so excited for this year, man. If that's the real MCDC, I'm all about it.
Yes.
What about the coachless practice they had today? What do you guys
Brian Roy says, hey, guys. And Eric Whitson says he from Michigan. I love the fact that, and also on offense, the players called the plays themselves today.
That's what I liked. I liked that coachless practice. I liked it.
Was it Decker that said he's never been a part of a practice like that before?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, he did say that. Yep.
And the reason why is they want Jared Goff to actually be a leader of the offense. And he's been vocal. He's actually. When's the last time you heard about a Lions quarterback going on a podcast with a fellow teammate, taking teammates to where he lives to work out with them?
Not too many.
I mean, to be fair, Stafford did that a little bit, but he was more of that quiet leader. He wasn't very vocal or anything.
Or Aaron Rodgers had his house, like he had a bunch of roommates. They were teammates.
I doubt Funchess gets cut. He's playing with the ones. That's the key there. Right now, he's the tight end 3.
I agree with it, though.
Joseph Murdoch, I'm going to say they go 10-7 with a home opener win as the statement game with some payback. Hey, there's Bills fans that are saying the Bills are taking the Lions way too for granted and they may lose on Thanksgiving. And that's coming from Bills fans. That's not even Homer Lions fans saying that.
I believe we're going to beat the Bills. I believe we will.
They're saying the Bills are taking the Lions lightly, just like Arizona did.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I can't, in good conscience, say that's a win for the Lions, though.
I'm a see. I'll believe it when I see it type of guy.
Exactly.
That's why I believe we can beat the Bills.
Hutch will be another Hutch, man. That dude is solid. He's great and outstanding spin. Man, I'd be scared to block him, man. He's doing a good job of trying to sound like Dan Campbell, though.
That's why Hutch is going to have double-digit sacks, maybe more.
I said because we face Stafford didn't go out and catch any walleye that I know of. Absolutely. He also didn't catch a 20-year-old pair of underwear out of the St. Clair either.
Oh, jeez.
That actually happened about 20 minutes into the show. Goff thought he had a fish, and it was an old dirty pair of underwear.
Hey, we can laugh at that with Stafford, but at least he was never in the hot tub with his offensive coordinator like Joey Blue Skies.
Yeah, that's true.
Gosh, I remember that too. Oh my god.
The Bills are giving us respect, but we got to earn that win. I believe.
Absolutely.
Lion King, what is the wisdom of playing starters when week 1 was the dress? The wisdom is they didn't play a lot, and last year, look what happened and how many of our starters got hurt in the first 5 weeks of the season. It's called conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King, a lot of Bills fans up this way are saying that kind of thing to me about Thanksgiving too. So it's not just me, you know. It's not a rumor. I mean, I'm hearing it from Bills fans, and other people are hearing it from Bills fans. If they're let them speak it into existence, just like last year at Thanksgiving when we were going over the free agents coming up, when we were sitting at 9-1. And Dom and I started going over the free agent roster list. And what 2 players did I say would be a Lion again, Logan?
Oh, boy.
Sorry, I missed that.
The Thanksgiving pregame show we did. When Dom started going over the free agent list for this year. And I picked out 2 in particular that I said would probably be Lions because we're not going to do flashy signings.
I know you said Jared Davis.
And DJ Shark.
I wanted DJ Chark.
You agreed with me. You were like, yeah, that would be a good pickup.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dan Campbell said it too. Jared Davis, he was just playing the wrong position.
Maybe Dan Campbell. I whooped up on old Jim Bob for screwing up these great fans over. Best fans in the world, man. And I mean that. You guys are great.
Yeah.
We live and die with our team.
Stephen King, not saying it's a definite win on Thanksgiving, but it may not be as a long shot as it looks. We shall see. Absolutely. That's where I'm at.
We match up really good with them.
In crazy Lions scenario, I keep going back to that stat you pointed out, Jeremy, about Josh Allen's completion percentage in a dome.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not good in it. He's not that
That
good.
just sounds like a typical Lions, like they shouldn't win that game, but that weird stat pops out type thing.
Yeah, because last time he played the Dome, it was 61% completion. He had more interceptions than touchdowns.
What's weird too is those stupid, weird little stats like that. They always come true. Like you point out these stats, like Aaron Rodgers against San Francisco. Everybody was playing that up before that game. He can't beat San Francisco in the playoffs.
Look at that comment.
Look at this.
Hey-O.
Oh my gosh.
Big A-O in the house.
What's up, AO? I met
What's
you.
up, AO? What's up?
Brian Roy says yes. About does anyone on the panel think Hutchinson can be another Bosa? You know what?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No question.
There's no reason why he can't, because here's a big thing. We play one of the worst O-lines in the league twice. We play another one that's only ranked one above them once. And we play another one that's only 5 above that once.
That and look what the coaching staff is showing just by not like having them out in the games right now. They know what they got. He's going to be a
says,
stud.
Hutch is my dog. Yeah. And maybe Dan Campbell says, I did say that Davis was played out of position. Now we have him back, and he's working very hard. Very proud of our guys, man. They're ready to win. We're ready for you to win, too.
Oh, yeah.
Prove it on the field. That's what I want to see.
The state of Michigan, the city of Detroit needs it.
Joseph Murdoch says this Thanksgiving game could actually have playoff implications if both teams are playing to the fan base's expectations. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian says yes to Bosa. The over-under for Hutch is 8.5 sacks in Vegas right now. Which are you betting on, the over or the under? Over for Logan. Tyler?
I'm going over.
Richard?
I'm taking over.
Me too. I actually put a $10 bet on it. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm putting what little bit I can on the Lions. I already put 50 on the over for the 6.5.
What's the odds on it?
Yeah, what's the odds?
And Ken Ballrick says over. If he hits the over, it will pay you way better than the under will. That's all I know. At $10, I'll probably get $50 back. It's 5-1 odds.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Nope. As far as the $50 on the over on the Lions, I will get $198.
I heard that that's one of the highest bets right now. I don't know if it was bullshit ad or not, but the Lions having a winning season this year.
Actually, the bet that's going big in Vegas, believe it or not, because it's plus 400 to 1 odds, the Lions making the playoffs. And out of all the bottom seeds, the only other team with 400 to 1, which isn't as bad as everybody else, is the Jags. And I think it's because of their division.
Yeah. I put a bet on that.
What are the odds of winning the division? It's way higher than making the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Look at Green Bay. Rodgers was
And Wayne Shark says, wow.
I think the Lions will still come in second with 11 wins behind Green Bay.
Here's the thing. Let's say the Packers are doing everything they're supposed to do outside the division, beating the bad games and staying in close with the good teams like they always do. They do their usual thing and smoke the Bears, both of them. They split with the Vikings and they split with us because that's been the trend the last few years, correct?
Yep.
Now, let's say we split with Minnie like we did last year, but we actually sweep the Bears because they're a dumpster fire.
No, I thought the Bears beat us both.
I
I
think if the Lions are going to make the playoffs, they're either going to have 9 or 10 wins. I don't see them getting 11 or more. I mean,
right. I see 7 to 10 tops. That's where I'm at. I'm in that 7 to 10 window. And
I'm at 11.
At 9, they can make the playoffs. At 8, it's very iffy. It takes a lot of backdooring shit like we had with Caldwell in the year we went had our 9-7 year. The one thing I will never do is make the 2 bets I said I would never place on the Lions again.
What's that?
I will never bet for them to make the Super Bowl, and I will never It's difficult to hear the big man on your panel, Smoke. That would be Tyler. I don't know if it's the way your mic is set or what.
Let's see now. Yeah, it might be my mic.
Now it's nothing.
Well, coming from a fellow lifelong suffering Lions fan, I'm even considering picking up some Lions in my fantasy team this year. So, I mean,
I
tells
picked
you
up
something
Williams
right
and Goff for backups.
I like
I'm
Swift.
targeting Swift.
I
PPR
couldn't get
league.
Swift. In the PPR league, I couldn't get Swift because he went in the first round.
Really?
Yep. And he went first pick in the second round in the other one I was in, because I'm in one on Yahoo and I'm in one with a Sleeper app, which Sleeper app is a great app which allows you to trade picks in your draft, which can make it a lot of fun, because I ended up with 1 first, 2 seconds, no third, no fifth, but I had an extra 10th.
Nice.
So I ended up with Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, and Josh Allen for my first 3 picks.
Ooh.
I
You
got
hear me
pick
now?
9 in a snake draft.
And it was a snake draft.
That's what I've been doing.
Charles
Like a
Harris says,
17
hope you're
month.
enjoying that intro, man. Absolutely. Charles Harris, if that's you, thank you very much, sir. Quietly spoken, but a great guy. Yeah, that's right. 8 wins gets us nothing. I said that.
At spot 9 in my fantasy draft, I'm
And
targeting
there he
Swift.
is. It's DC8091. What's up, DC?
How's it going, buds?
How's it
Good.
going?
Got a couple guys
Very
you've never
interesting
been
night.
on with before. Up above in the middle
nice.
is Logan, the stat man from We Are Lions Nation podcast.
Sweet.
We have Tyler Black, which was Doomsday Lions Den.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
Nice.
then we've got Richard Head, a buddy of mine from down in Burton, Michigan.
Oh, the infamous dickhead with the Homer Simpson icon.
Yeah, that's him.
One of a kind,
Yep.
dickhead, mind you.
Don't.
Very cool. Sorry, I had a long
Smoke,
time
do I
to
feel
talk.
any better about our linebacker core? I don't think they're abysmal, but I do feel a little better after that game because they played better in the Colts game. It shows that we do have a little bit of depth.
I'm still worried about that linebacking core, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think
I
if
mean,
they're
it's
below
still-
average,
That's
if they're
our
just
weakest.
below league average, I'll say that's them doing good. I think it's because that defensive line, you're going to see them do anything.
Right. What's our weakest position room as of today? It's still the linebacking core overall.
We have
I
to
think
wait
I
to
think
see
the
how-
corners. I think the corners and safeties are a close second.
Yeah, we have to wait to see who's all healthy and when they're all going out full speed yet, because
Chris
not all
Boland
of
comes
them
in
have
and
been there.
says, "Yo, Chris Boland is a Birch Run Panther. He also went to school with my brother, also known as Crusher in the pool world." That being said, man, I love talking football. DC, we went over the hot players. I said the O-line in general was a hot player. I had Justin Jackson, Tom Kennedy, Maurice Alexander for returning the kicks. The secondary for tackling, not for covering. The linebackers for tackling, not for covering. Austin Bryant and John Kaminsky. Do you disagree with any of that?
None whatsoever.
And the cold players, I had the secondary and coverage because Will Harris looked like burnt toast. He was channeling his inner Eli Apple, being burnt toast and blind.
I will say, I think you're right about the two worst position groups being corner and or defensive backs and linebackers, because yeah, it was nice seeing the the corners tackle and everything, but I'm more concerned about them actually coveraging people. That was so bad. It looked like they took lessons from Jared Davis.
Man, you just hate Apple. Yeah, I hate Apple for the Bengals because they could have won that game if it wasn't for Eli Apple.
But wait, the M1X rocks. I mean, I love my fucking laptop.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'm talking about Eli Apple, the corner
I know,
that
I'm
cost
being
the
a smart
Bengals a
ass.
Super Bowl. Yep. And
I'm being
maybe
a smart
Dan
ass.
Campbell says, "Harris, get some rest, man." And Amani Oruwariye says, hey, our CB is about to be good, man. We got some dogs that are hungry. I hope so. I want to see it. I mean, Juju Hughes was bad. Will Harris was bad. AJ Parker was slightly better than the week before when he looked like he was trying to be Eli Apple. I'm liking Rodrigo. I think he needs work. Our secondary is garbage. There might not be an opening for Alexander. I hope not. I hope he's there as depth and vet leadership, and that's it. Because my name for Alexander and Anzalone, we all know what it is. Annalise.
You know, that would be an awesome name if it was a female.
Exactly.
That's a good name for a guy.
But he has the hair for it.
I mean, it is 2022, you know.
Not that 2022, I mean.
Chris Bullet says, haha. I call him anally because he screws the defense when he misses tackles by diving at running back's legs.
That's
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine if he's completely healthy and in this defense. I think Anzalone will be fine.
That would be nice.
Honestly, like, I will say I think the linebackers are only going to go as far as that defensive line takes them. Because you look at what's in the interior of that defensive line and on the outside, that's going to help out the linebackers tremendously. But the problem is, it's like none of them can have any cover. None of them have really any coverage skills.
Maybe Dan Campbell says, hey, man, that's a great name for Alex. He's more worried about his hair than tackling, man. I'll replace him when given the chance, man.
That's bad.
I wish I had his
bad.
I wish I had his goddamn hair. That'd be awesome.
That's bad.
I can't blame the man at all.
I love signing those mini helmets. Shout out to Logan Erickson for making some sweet helmets. I really like the ones you made for those kids from Montana.
How do they know that?
Oh, yeah. I thought he was Annalise because wide receiver, his running back slipped right through the hole.
I want to know how this person knew that I made helmets for the dudes from Montana.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously, like I really did. I had a couple of custom mini helmets made for
Quinn Cook and Brendan Cook, who are now no longer from Montana. If he knows where they're from now, that's scary.
Oh boy.
Who the heck is this person?
Right.
Is it the real AO?
Well, considering he's also came in as David Pike already once. He's came in as Matt Petrasha. He's came in as Tim Boyle. He's came in as Dan Campbell. He's came in as Rodrigo. We've had all those guys on the show tonight. Charles Harris came in too.
That just tells you right there, this show is so big. We're getting legitimate Lions in on this.
We got some stalkers.
Yeah.
I mean, how do they know
The
that?
intellectual conversation of this here room just tells you our football knowledge is so A class. We have Dan Campbell in the
Talking
chat.
to us. Yeah, that's awesome.
And AO.
It's amazing that we have Lions that other teams may want after the cuts are made. Smoke, absolutely.
We're gonna have a lot of them.
Oh wait, the drip one and the bolt one I took a picture of with Shark.
Yeah, I really made a drip and the lightning bolt helmet.
And he did take a picture with Shark?
Yeah. AO took a picture of it. That's weird.
It might be the real AO.
That is weird. Yeah, that might be the real Mario Warrior.
All right, so what was I wearing during the signing?
If you put 6 ladies at the table in Montana, you'll have a full set of teeth.
Oh my God!
You have that confused with Alabama.
So what was I wearing at the signing, man?
Montana chicks are hot. What can I say?
He goes, I asked where they went to, and you said Montana.
So what was I wearing though? What was I wearing that day? That's what I want to know.
I think I know.
I know.
I don't want to know.
I'm not going to say because if I'm right.
If it's somebody I know that went to extreme lengths just to pretend they were AO and mess with me like this, kind of messed up.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. It is.
I'm actually impressed someone went to that length.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Well, one guy makes a new character every goddamn 5 minutes on these tubes, so you know.
Yeah, I
You
know.
never know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but he's got inside personal information here that shouldn't have been leaked out.
Yeah, he
and
should
what,
never
wait,
do that.
catch me up
That
on
is.
this.
That's a
Catch me up on
no-no.
this. I can't comment correctly if I don't know, background of this.
All I know is AO. I hope you knocked the rust off because you didn't look that great in game 1.
Now this person's probably searching my Facebook to see what I was wearing. Because it's in one of my Facebook pictures, so if they do that, then...
If not, they are now.
Right.
Oh, they're
You
looking
shouldn't have
right
said
now.
Don't worry, Logan. Don't worry. People have made fake accounts about me on YouTube, so I'm used to this.
Yep.
They have to be friends of mine to view my photos or anything, though, so...
Oh, I've only had one.
That being said,
I pissed everybody off.
this has been a great show. I'm glad that I've had everybody in. I want to say thank you to Jake for popping in. I want to say thank you to Quinn Cook for popping in. And yes, it's amazing that we have Lions that other teams have wanted after the cuts were made. Ryan McCollum went to the Steelers because they need O-line help bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can remember the
I
last
think
time
it was a golf
backup
jersey.
Lions
I
offensive lineman
can't
for another
remember.
team.
Had to ask Shark.
Had to ask DJ Chalk. He's got to ask Chalk.
Is he right?
Is he
It
right?
was a golf jersey.
Oh my god! Right! Holy shit!
You had a beard at that time as well.
You had a beard at the time as well.
Hi, Smokin' Jeremy just got on. How's Cephas doing?
That's scary.
He's playing at practice. He was just held out of the game.
Say that's somebody messing with you. That's not legit.
Yeah.
It can't be legit. I mean, I've never had real Lions players on my chat until tonight.
It's probably my co-host.
ET80901 has been on 3 times with me and never seen stuff like this.
It's probably
Andy,
baby.
It's the same guy who's on all the channels who just comes up and creates new names left and right.
Yep.
I mean,
We even had Matt Patricia and Boom
I opened up all my contacts and brought the Lions with me. Well,
You're welcome. All right. Good job, Richard Head.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, somebody's going to extreme lengths to fuck with me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about my language.
The occasional F-bomb is okay, especially when you're flabbergasted.
Oh, it's understandable.
Yeah, I'd be mad
Hey,
too,
but
Logan.
kudos to Logan doing his best job to look like James Hetfield.
and potentially have a swim fan status going on.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He's got a swim
Got
fan
the
status
bangs,
with
I got
AO.
the mullet.
Hey man, at least you could shave it. Mine just turns into
What
gray,
did I
so it
miss?
looks like
We went over the hot and cold players from the Indianapolis Colts game. We went over the key stats, which was the running for both teams.
Hey, Jeremy, I didn't get a chance to ask you. Like when you were looking at watching the quarterbacks, which one do you think did better?
You know, as much as I hate to say it, Boyle actually did better this week. But the Blau has better poise in the pocket, and he's way more athletic. He gets out. He makes things happen when it's legs when the pocket breaks down. So, to me, it's kind of a toss-up. They both threw a touchdown. They both commanded the offense. They both did good things here and there. Right now, and Facebook user said, somebody's watching you, Logan, and I ain't talking about the Rockwell song.
Look what Amari
you
said.
remember
He said
Rockwell.
black hat according to Chalk.
Yeah,
Said
black hat.
Well, that's easy. I mean, I got a black hat on now, man. I mean, anybody can guess that.
Well, JB, time to head to bed. Have a great show. It's been a great show, and we're about ready to close it out here. I'm going to close it out the only way I know how, with a good message for everybody. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. Because to make the world a better place, it starts from within. That being said, I want to say goodbye, everybody, from Logan, Tyler, DC, Richard Head, Jake Dilling, and Quinn Cook. This has been Kneecap Biting with Smokin' Jeremy B. Tune in Wednesday for my NFL Roundtable chat, where I try to bring in guests from other teams so we can talk about the news throughout the week. Have a great evening, everybody.